Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd, and it's been a few days. I feel like you all saw Black Panther. The box office kind of proves it. Good job. So I figured now that some time has passed, I will talk about the movie again, but this time with a bit of spoilers. If you have not seen the movie, warning, there are spoilers in this video. I did do a regular review, non-spoiler review. Feel free to check that out. Before I hop into the spoiler talk, I want you to know that I did a really cool video with Google Arts and Culture. They're celebrating Black History Month with this online museum of Black History Month exhibits. So they asked different celebrities and YouTubers to come in. They had me come in and talk about Black comic books and Black superheroes. It's a really cute video, kind of done documentary style, a little bit different from what I normally do on this channel. So I'll put a link in the description. Check out the video, give them some love, tell them Andre sent you, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video and see some cool covers of Black superheroes on these comic books. And now, let's talk about the Panther. Once again, I gotta talk about the world of Wakanda, just this land and what they've done with this movie to really make you feel like you understand and see and experience this world. Like I said in my first review, Wakanda feels like a character in itself because of how much time is focused on really showcasing this world and the people in it and the style in it and the clothing in it and the technology in it, just everything about it. The movie even starts with explaining how Wakanda came to be with the vibranium meteor landing in their world. And they do this really cool sequence where they use sand to showcase the story of Wakanda and the origin of the Black Panther. It's all done with these sand sculptures that keep changing and moving around. Everyone, I think, will like it except for Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars Episode 2. He doesn't like sand. And that whole thing where he lays down in the sand and they put the sand over his face and his body, and then he wakes up and he's in that spiritual plane and it's all pretty and there's panthers walking around, and then one of the panthers turned into a person. He gets to talk to his father. Everyone else thinks that Wakanda is this third world country and doesn't realize how much technology they have hidden inside of Wakanda. Daniel Kaluuya's character, Wakabi, he's the head of the border tribe. So they kind of keep up the appearance that, oh, we're just farmers. We don't have any money. We don't have any technology. Meanwhile, you fly above the air with Okoye, and then this little crystallized border happens, and then boom, technology and buildings, everything everywhere. It's so cool. You know what it reminded me of? Did you say Themyscira? No, I'm not saying Themyscira. A Smurf village, y'all. It reminded me of Smurf village. That's how the Smurfs live. Like, they have this cool hidden village full of civilization, and you don't see it, Gargamel. Now I kind of want to see a Smurf version of Black Panther. Would it be Blue Panther, I guess? Somebody draw a Black Panther Smurf. I dare you. I never freeze Smurf. Only I would take something as momentous as Black Panther and compare it to Smurfs. But that's how I roll. Black Nerd Comedy, son, subscribe. The movie has some cool action scenes. That scene where they have to go find Nakia, because Nakia is a spy. She's hidden undercover with these refugees and these bad people who are capturing them all, making them work. So T'Challa, dressed as Black Panther, goes down to get her to be like, hey, you need to come back to this ceremony. But of course, you gotta have a little bit of a fighting sequence. It was very Batman-like, of like him hiding in the darkness and people shining lights around and dogs be barking, and then people look up and then all of a sudden you get thrown into a truck. And then of course there's that one guy that just keeps shooting bullets at him, and he's just like, why are you doing this? And then he just grabs the gun, grabs him, whee! That's where we get a little bit of humor there, because T'Challa and Nakia used to have a little thing going on back in the day, but they're not together as much anymore, and he still has some feelings for her. So as soon as he sees her, he's all like, Nakia, hi. I never freeze. When they play that in the trailer, you're thinking that's because he's ready to fight. No. Okoye's like, you're not gonna freeze in front of Nakia. When you see her again, don't have those feelings come back, and that's why he's all like, I never freeze. And then sure enough, when he sees Nakia, freeze. He freeze so much, I was expecting Arnold Schwarzenegger to come out. You ice. I love the casino scene. It got real James Bond there for a second, so I was feeling that. Love them going undercover. Claw is supposed to be there, meeting somebody to sell some vibranium. Find out it's Everett Ross, and they're like, oh, you're in my way. No, you in my way. Of course, Claw shows up with his whole crew, and then it becomes this whole action sequence, which I love, especially Okoye. Okoye is awesome in that, because she takes this big giant stick, this spear, and she's like swinging it around, hitting people. It's going behind her neck and smacking somebody else, and then she's undercover, right? So they have her wearing this wig, right? So she takes his wig off and throws it at somebody, and he's all like, oh, black woman's wig, and then boom, that was amazing. And then there's one part where she jumps from the top floor to the bottom floor, and she's got this long flowing dress, so she's jumping down, so it's like, I'm about to kick some ass, but at the same time, it's so elegant. And Nakia too, Nakia's fighting some people, and then all of a sudden, she took a shoe off and like smacked somebody with the shoe. Seriously, T'Challa at that point didn't even have to fight. He could just stand there and be like, oh, I see everyone's got this, guess I'll just wait here. Everyone else is fighting better than me right now. I thought this movie was called Black Panther, but that's fine. Before he catches Claw, we get a glorious car chase scene. I love that scene because you got Nakia driving the car, you got Okoye standing on top of the car, throwing a spear that then goes through the window of a car, lands in front of the car, then makes the car crash. I was like, dang, that's awesome. And then Claw's got this crazy hand that like opens up and shoots a beam at the car and the car explodes. And then Nakia is still in the driver's seat. But then Okoye, freaking Okoye, man, she's like in the air. The car just got blasted. She's got her stick up above her head. She grabs it and then she comes down and then there's like a car door and she lands on it and she's like sliding. She's like grinding. She freaking Sonic Adventure 2 in this thing. Okoye, set me free. And then Black Panther's on top of a car, and this is what's crazy. So Shuri, who's like this tech genius, she's back in Wakanda and she's like ghost driving the car. So the car is moving. It's a Lexus, by the way. I want you to remind everybody it's a Lexus because they keep promoting Black Panther Lexuses. I'm just trying to get myself a Black Panther Lexus. I'm gonna say Black Panther Lexus as many times as I can in the video in the hopes that Lexus see it and be like, thank you, Andre. Here's a Lexus. Pipe dreams, y'all, pipe dreams. I'll put a hashtag all over that. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, hashtag get me a Lexus. But anyway, she's driving the car from Wakanda. He's on top of it. They got this new suit, right, on him where when bullets hit him, it actually creates an energetic impact. So like it doesn't hurt him. It just kind of saves the energy. And then he can like hold that up. There's one point where he can like land on the car and it just goes and it's all in slow-mo. And yeah, you could tell there's some CGI going on with it, but it was still fun and exciting, entertaining, and I liked it. I love the big fight where all the Wakandan people are fighting each other because they have different opinions about something, so they're just going at it. There's rhinos involved. You got the Dora Milaje, you got all the different tribes, and you got rhinos. Freaking rhinos. I was just waiting for Kevin Hart from Jumanji to run in and be like, well, not this again. But like I said in my non-spoiler review, as great as those big action sequences are, the things that got to me the most emotionally were those one-on-one combat. So when you are ready to be the king, any of the tribes can challenge you. You have to have a one-on-one fight. Whoever wins that fight gets to take the throne. And you have to do it without the powers of the Black Panther. They actually make you drink this like anti-herb that takes the Black Panther power out of you. So the first time that T'Challa's gonna be king, which is a cool shot because he comes out of this ship and then you walk into this water. There's like a waterfall where they open up 3 holes and the water goes down the waterfall holes so that way you can stand on top of the waterfall. Then you get all these people standing in the crowd on these rocks. It's like, yeah. Well, you get like half people and then like some like Hunchback of Notre Dame, Frozen background people. You know what I'm saying. But still, a lot of people, African people, all in different clothes. Who wants to challenge the king? No one wants to challenge the king. All the different tribes are like, we cool, we cool, we cool. And then Mbaku roll in. I'm like, oh, shoot. And they come in all grunting. And he comes in and got the big mask on, the ape mask, and he pulls it off and he's like, you have let the technology be made by a child. We will not have it. And they have this fight, and that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just a 1-to-1 combat, and it's probably one of the most intense fights that happens in this movie because Mbaku and T'Challa are just going at it, trying to prove that they should be king, and it's so good. And it's just the music behind it. There's like, and it just gets you emotionally, and that's what I love when a fight sequence can do something like that. The only other fight sequence that got me this emotional was the other 1-to-1 fight sequence that we had with T'Challa and Killmonger. And that one, I almost cried at that one because it hurts at the end, because I mean, you could probably guess T'Challa didn't do a good job with that fight. And then you got Killmonger, who's just like, I served in the war. I killed many people. I got bumps all over my body. I'm gonna show off my body right now. Everybody's on the theater going, oh! And he's like, and I did all this just to come and kill you. And he fights, and he like does these stabs, like there's like an inner thigh stab where he like slices with an inner thigh. I was like, oh, that hurt. And then like slice the face, and then T'Challa goes down. He just like picks that dude up. Yahoo! Just, oh my gosh. Oh, and he come back for that throne and the screen is like upside down and it starts turning around when the music is playing. And then Killmonger sits on that throne and he's like, let's give everybody weapons. Let's give all the black people weapons and let them all kill everybody else. Let's talk about Killmonger for a second, y'all. Killmonger's a great villain. He's so good. He just has a way of making a presentation that you know is not 100% right sounds so right. He has lived in America, but he has roots in Wakanda. So he knows everything about Wakanda, but he's never lived there. And he has seen the struggle of his people in the world outside of Wakanda. And he's sitting there going like, all these black people struggling for years, and why Wakanda ain't doing nothing? You know, what's up? What's the deal? And Nakia has the same kind of argument because she's a spy, so she's been traveling internationally as well, and she's been talking to T'Challa a couple times in this movie where she's like, there's people out there that need our help. People are getting help from all these different countries and stuff, but she's like, we can do it better. We're Wakanda. But their concern is, look, we got vibranium. Vibranium is very, very, very powerful. It's bulletproof. You can put it in almost anything. You can put it in weapons. You can put it in land. You can put it in food. You can put it in trees. If we open this up and people who are not in the right mindset come and take hold of it, that could cause some problems. Also, Wakanda, kind of utopia. Do you want to just bring other people in here and cause problems? That's one argument. The key is like, but people that are like us are hurting out there. They're hungry, they're starving, they're struggling, they're dealing with prejudices. We can help them, we can make things better. That's her argument, but she wants to do it from more of a diplomatic side. Killmonger's like, I'm tired of all these people struggling. This don't make no sense. Y'all got the power, so I'm gonna come in, take your power, give the power out to the other people. We gonna start a revolution, and anybody get in our way, and he explains it very well, so much that even Wakabi's like, yeah, man, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and follow this guy right now. Yeah, Dane Kaluuya get caught up in that real quick, but you know, we know from Get Out that he's very susceptible to persuasion. It is a really good way of presenting a character who, in his mind, is saying the right thing to the point that when he tells it to others, some of them believe that that is the right thing to do as well. And then when you hear what happened to him in his backstory and how Wakanda is directly involved with it, directly because of T'Challa's father, that makes it even a more tough case, because it's like, man, you can see that this guy is just so angry, but you can totally see why he feels this way. But that being said, he still goes off on the deep end, man. He double crosses Claw, he shoots his lady. You just never know what he's gonna do. You never know if he's gonna be sweet, convincing Killmonger. Well, he's never really sweet, but just convincing Killmonger, or just, I'm gonna straight shoot you or beat you up, Killmonger. And also, he just has some great lines in this movie, man. Hi, Auntie. I'm just like, oh, shoot, he's so good. Especially in the first scene when you see him, when he's looking at all these different artifacts and he finds out that one of them actually is from Wakanda, and he's all telling the museum curator, I'm gonna just take this thing off your hand. And she's like, this is not for sale. He's like, oh, really? Did you buy this? Or did you steal it from the people who made this? And there's a line he says at the end where he's all like, bury me next to my ancestors, because they knew it was better to die than to live in chains. Just like, ugh. Or when he was talking about Wakanda, can you believe that? A kid from Oakland believing in fairy tales? I'm just like, and I'm supposed to hate this guy? He's the villain? This guy is hurting. He just needs a hug. Or a bunch of vibranium weapons that he can give to a bunch of people to start a revolution. One or the other. Give him something. Why y'all making me feel for this villain? Seriously. That's what's so good about this movie. It's one thing to have a good hero, but when you have a villain that is so good that you feel sorry for him at times, when you almost crying over the villain in the movie, you know that's a good movie. Damn it. Talking about this movie makes me want to go see it again. Let me tell you about Mbaku. Oh, dude. Mbaku comes across like he's gonna be this villain, but he ends up being so charismatic in this movie and so good. And again, a character that's coming from his own mindset of how he feels, not just being confrontational, be confrontational, have their thoughts of how they feel Wakanda should be run. We just live like straight up warriors, and if you don't follow us, we're gonna go on this snow mountain, which looked amazing and awesome, and I wish was like a toy that you could buy. Jabari Tribe playset. And then just the visuals of him sitting in that chair. Oh my God. And he gives some great lines too. Are you done? I love when Ross tries to explain something to him and he just goes, and they all bark at him and he's just like, silence, do not speak. I will feed you to my children. I'm just kidding, we're vegetarian. He's so good. Winston Duke is so good. Shuri, Letitia Wright, Love her character. She is great. She likes to buck a tradition a little bit, try to get a little bit more modernized. She's always making fun of her brother. It's that very playful love where you're like, I love my brother, but I'm gonna just always joke on him every chance I get. What are those? I could really see Shuri being a larger part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She could be helping Stark out. She could be helping Peter Parker out. I'm just saying, I would like to see more Shuri because that's a really awesome character, and particularly to see that type of character, to see a strong technological person in that role played by a young black female, like that's just cool. Like you don't usually see that. It's always like, hey everybody, I'm the tech person, I'm gonna do some technology, and I look like freaking Revenge of the Nerds from the 80s. And it's like, come on man, not every person that knows tech look like Sheldon Cooper, okay? Like let some other people make some tech every now and then on the big screen. But yeah, you got some white folks in this movie too, so there you go, you're safe. Everett Ross plays a bigger part in this movie than I thought he was going to. I know that he was going to be in the movie, but I thought he was just going to have maybe a scene or two. But he plays a large part because something happens to him, he gets injured, and so they have to take him back to Wakanda to fix him because Wakanda can do it faster and better than anybody else. And he has a fun action scene as well in the third act, where he just basically goes all out Star Wars. Shuri was ghost driving a car earlier in the movie. He ghost flies a plane to take out all the planes that are trying to take the weapons out of Wakanda to other places. He shoots at these planes, but they're basically spaceships, shooting them down, doing flips and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, man, look at it. It's Star Wars. Black Panther better than The Last Jedi. Don't at me, bro. For the third act, there's a lot of CGI that you will notice in this movie. Some of it feels a little like not completely 100% rendered. There you go. I said a complaint about the movie. Are you happy now? Even though I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing about the third act in Wonder Woman, but still said that I really love Wonder Woman. You can have nitpicks and still love a movie, but all of a sudden, nitpicks now have some extra weight with this one. Anyway, as I was saying, Black Panther fighting Killmonger as his own Black Panther. Everyone kept calling him Golden Jaguar, but they never said that in the movie. But he's got the Black Panther powers as well, so they have to fight in this area where a train goes by, and every time the train goes by, it has a force field that cuts off the powers of the vibranium, so they're able to just fight as actual people. So it kind of goes back and forth. It's a cool fight, but there's a lot of CG in it, and like I said, it's not as powerful as that T'Challa Killmonger fight that we got earlier in the movie. Like, that was powerful. There's no portals in the sky, thank God. And then they have an after credit scene where he goes to the UN, gives this really wonderful speech about how he wants to open the borders of Wakanda and work with other countries because in times of need, we should all see ourselves as one tribe and work together for the greater good, which I'm sure has no implications to anything that happens in real life. Total fictional stuff here. But I particularly love that old congressman is like, oh, that's a nice gesture and all, but what does Wakanda have to offer the rest of the world? You're a third world country. And they all just stare at each other like, this white boy don't even know. We get a second scene after the credits, and that's when we check in on good old boy Bucky. Bucky is feeling better. Shuri, of course, has pretty much cured him. He is in Wakanda. These kids start calling him White Wolf, just kind of emphasizing that Wakanda's probably gonna play a little part in the Infinity War, which is why you should probably go see Black Panther before you see Infinity War, just so you don't miss anything. Because again, if you've seen every Marvel movie, you hadn't seen this one, why not? What you waiting for? So as you can see, man, there's a lot to be excited about this movie. Yes, it's not a perfect movie. Yes, there are people who are hyping it, very excited for it, but you gotta understand why, man. You just have not seen a movie like this. A big budget, well-defined superhero movie that is able to play in the superhero standards and also deviate from the superhero standards with a majority black cast where it does black stuff in America, black stuff in Africa, and it's $200 million making money over the weekend. Like, all of this is insane. We haven't seen anything like this, and don't, for the love of God, don't you dare can say Blade. I love Blade, it's a great movie, but Blade took place in 1998, and what? Because we have Blade, you can't have another black movie? Is that how it works? I think we can have more than one black superhero movie and still be excited. Why you sounding ignorant? You played yourself. Black Panther is a very good movie, highly entertaining, and I think all people can enjoy it, black or otherwise. I think everyone should go see it in the theaters because even though it has some African roots in what it's doing and very much is unapologetically black, it still has some general concepts and themes about family and culture and your background and working with others that anybody of any background can enjoy. That's what I was going to say. But then my Killmonger came out for a little bit there. We all got a Killmonger. Don't push us. Or we might get Mbaku on you too. We will not have it. All right, I'm going to see this movie again this weekend, y'all. So thank you for watching the most random Black Panther spoiler review ever. I don't care. I had a good time, and I hope you did too. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, please subscribe to this channel so you can know about all the future videos I make. Also ring that bell to be notified of those future videos. Be part of the squad by the bell. I live like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000.